One of the biggest things early on in my marriage, if you're going to listen to one thing in this video, this is the one thing you need to take home with you. For every give, there's a take. What do I mean by that? Let me give you an idea. I at one time was presented, well, hey, you work a lot. Well, yeah, no shit, I run my own business. You knew that for the last 3 years before we got married. Well, you work a lot. Well, running a business is hard. So the one thing, for every give, there's a take. The thing that I want you to take away is the fact that if you want something from over here, something from over there has to be deduced. We're not fucking Superman. You want him or her to work less hours than that big ass SUV in the driveway, that sports car sitting in the garage, that big mammoth house that you wanted, that needs to be sold and reduced to something smaller. Hi, I am Clint Allen, and welcome to this edition of Hardtack, the Old Fart series. Down in the description before I get rolling here is the playlist for the Old Fart series. We're discussing about marriages, what to do before marriages and stuff like that, and a couple comments people have put in there that, well, who are you to be telling us anything? Well, this comes from 60 years of life experience, okay? You might want to shut up and listen. So, in this particular piece, what do men want? All right? And it's like it is said in the description. It's not what you think it may be. What men want is peace. Simple. It's peace. Women you're watching, you might think, well, you know, they just want sex. Well, that's part of it. But it's not really the core of what we want. We want peace. We hate to have conflict in our relationship. We hate to have conflict in our marriage. This is just something we don't want. We don't want to play games. We don't want to be sitting here playing this testing game, which you may not realize that you're doing it, but you are. We're not fucking psychics, okay? We don't have psychic ability. Criticism. We were together during the dating stage. We were together when we were living together. And now we're married. Forget the criticism. You knew what our English language was and our capabilities were before. You knew the way that we did things before. You knew the way we handled money before. You knew all this before. So stop criticism. That's what you bought. That's what you bought. So knock it off. And the drama. Do you think we want to go to work all day, drive there on the road with fucking idiots, go into work, deal with fucking idiots, and then come home on a road filled full of fucking idiots, and deal with more drama when we get home to our, supposed to be our safe haven, our place to relax, where it's quiet, there's no noise, unless we want the noise. This is what we want. We don't want to have any of the other previously mentioned stuff. We like just the basics in life most of the time. But we don't want to deal with constant problems, constant issues. When we get home, we have to maintain the girlfriend or the wife. You know, it's often, me and my friends often laugh a lot of times that it seems that the most successful relationships is where the woman is in charge, the guy is a fucking alcoholic or a druggie, and all he does is sit on the couch and watches whatever the hell on TV or plays video games. Never does anything. An underachiever. Why? Because he's there all the time. He knows how to manipulate the women. Oh, honey, I know. Oh, well, come here. Sure, okay. Oh, everything's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back and play my video games now and roll a fucking joint. Underachievers always seem to have these fantastic relationships. Until the woman figures out that she's with a complete fucking idiot who couldn't manage to tie his shoes, get into a car, and go work a qualified, competent job. Because now she wants a house, now she wants a new SUV, now she wants to have kids, and she wants to be fully taken care of. That's when that shit ends, and that's where people like me and others come into play. But you still then play those stupid games that you played with your druggie or your alcoholic boyfriend. Look, listen. Knock this crap off. And also, before you get married, ladies, before you get married, men, go back and see my other videos and get in alignment with each other. Get in alignment with who you are, what your expectations are, what the other person's expectations are, your financials. Number one thing, financials. There's always going to be one person who makes more money than the other. Financial has to be handled first, which is usually the last thing that anybody ever talks about, because they're like, well, you know, we're just kind of going down the old snow hill and all of a sudden, boom, we hit a bump. Now what? I'm going to have a video coming up very soon breaking down details. This is right here is not a detailed video. I'm going to have a detailed video on finances. Very long video, by the way. Very detailed. You need to check in for that. Anyways, you've heard it here first. This is what we want. This is what we expect, and we hate to have issues all the time. Till our next hardtack.